Dr. Livesey and the others who experienced this adventure asked me to write down the whole particulars about the island from the beginning to the end, keeping nothing back but the bearings of the island. Began with Billy Bones. I remember she was brought into the inn door, the sea chest with her, tall, strong, and saber cut across one cheek, a dirty, livid white. Her very presence frightened me. I remember her often whistling to herself and then breaking out in that old sea song that she sang so often. 15 men on the dead men's chest.
Come, Jim. Step lively and stop daydreaming. We are full of people and we stand to make a pretty penny tonight. And if you break another mug, I'll take it out of your hide.
Yes, Mother.
My father had died when I was very young. All who left my mother was this place, the Benbow Inn, a dirty little inn at the end of the dank, dark dock.
Get the book out of your hands. We have customers.
Yes, Mother.
We stand to make a pretty penny tonight, seeing as that boarder of ours, Captain Bones, still hasn't paid up what she owes. Now get this handed out all around.
One, two, ready, go. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Lie in the morning. Shave his chin with a rusty razor. Shave his chin with a rusty razor. Shave his chin with a rusty razor. Lie in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Early in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Put him in the bilge and make him drink it. Put him in the bilge and make him drink it. Put him in the bilge and make him drink it. Early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Early in the morning.
Quiet stare between decks and silence all around. You scurvy dogs. That's not a proper sea shanty for the ears of Captain Bones.
We were only enjoying the rousing song.
Quiet your face, before I slice you both.
I'm Bones, tells another story.
Yes, Bones!
Now, Bones, I'm not making a scurvy dog walk the plank. Or giving the black spot to a scully.
Yes, Bones!
Or fierce storms at seas, and the dry tortuga.
Yes, Bones! And kill holy sailor and bury treasure hidden away.
And daring sword fights on the high seas.
Quiet your gob, you drawing flat and the name's Captain Bones. And don't you lose, else I cut you gut.
Now, Captain Bones, these kind people meant neither harm nor insult.
Yeah, and if you do not put that knife down this instant in your pockets, I promise upon my honor that Dr. Livesey shall have you jailed.
Were you addressing me, you puny devil?
Indeed he was. And no, I'm not just a doctor. I'm a magistrate. And if I catch a breath of complaint, if it's only for a piece of incivility like tonight's, I will have you arrested.
Bah! No need to get riled. This is the birth room. Here, you matey.
Yes, Captain Bones?
I'm a plain person. Run and bacon and eggs is what I want to see, and not a fight.
Thank you for the kindness, Doctor. She's not Captain Bones.
She's a one sonnet by custom. Mostly she would not speak when spoken to.
But when fire takes her, she will look up all of a sudden and fierce, look through her nose like a foghorn, scaring everyone.
She's not so bad. Sometimes Bones tells me stories about pirates and sailing the world. Then goes to that chest of hers and shows me coins, carvings, and odd bits of things she's collected. I'm sure they're just tales of a pickled sailor trying to impress a young lad. Captain Bones pays me 4 penny apiece monthly to look out for a seafaring man with one leg.
Well, I'd rather she put the 4 penny piece monthly towards what she owes. Instead of putting a scare into this lot and filling your head with tickle-brain tales and sea-fearing lamps.
Well, Jim, you watch that Billy Bones close. And if she brings any more trouble to the end, you come and find me.
Thank you, Doctor. But he won't need to. I'm able to keep that loud in mind. Now, get back to the tables. We are full of people and we stand to make a pretty penny.
15 men with dead men's chests. Yo ho! Drinking the devil and done for the rest. Yo ho! Step lively, boy. Show some discipline, boy.
Aye, aye, sir.
It's a grim night, my boy. I'm feeling it in me bones. It's a pinching, frosty night. The kind that makes the cold all the way before frost. Not good.
Yes, sir.
You've been keeping an eye out for that one-legged man out there.
I haven't seen him, sir.
Now tell me and tell me true. You see no one-legged man.
No.
Ah, you're a good lad.
Sir, if I may ask, Captain, why are you telling me to look out for a seafaring man? Mother says you are a weedy old fool who's drunk in too much bilge water.
Oh, never you mind, Jim. Never you mind. Well, now that's a good lookout. Here's your monthly due. And here's another for day one. You'll bring me 1 nut of rum, matey. If I don't have a drain of rum, Jim, I'll have the horrors. I lived rough and done mean things. I seen one of them already. Old Flint's ghost, plain as print in the corner behind you. I see.
It'll be all right, Bones. I mean, Captain Bones. I'm sorry, but we're closed for the night. You come back tomorrow.
Will any kind friend invoke a poor blind woman who has lost the precious sight of her eyes in the gracious defense of the native country, England? Where am I now?
You're in the Admiral Benbow Inn, but I'm afraid we're closed.
Will you give me a hand, my young kind friend, and lead me in? Now take me to the captain. I have something she is owed. And when we are outside, cry out, "Here's a friend for you, Bones." Now lead me in and I'll break your arm.
Here's a friend for you, Bones.
Hello, blind Pew. Yours is the face I was expecting. I was expecting.
Now sit where you are, Bones. I can't see, but I can hear a finger stirring. I'll do a harm to this boy you might regret. Now hold out your left arm. Boy, put this in her. They'll be coming for you soon. Tonight.
Jim Black! It's the black spot they gave me. Ah, Jim, it's them! It's them. They're wanting me chest, Flint's map. I think they gave the knife to open gun to keep her silent with me. I ran, I hid.
Captain, let me get my mother.
No. I've got one more job for you, sailor. You'll be keeping this safe. So you want me chest, what belonged to old Flint.
What clamor is going on out here? You're supposed to be cleaning, not messing around and bracketing.
Mother, Captain Bones is dead.
What?
There was a blind woman, and I'm sure she was a pirate. She gave Bones
Easy,
this.
Jim. A blind woman killed old Bones.
No, Mother, she just gave Bones this.
The black spot. The pirate's warning.
I'm to be keeping this key safe.
Quickly, Jim. Hold the doors and close the blinds. Jim, a key. I don't see all the fuss and mystery.
There's shells and trinkets.
An oilcloth full of papers.
And more treasures.
Well, we'll have what is due to us from a stay. I don't understand why the blind woman would give Bones the black spot. This isn't much of a treasure.
Mother, take it on, let's be going. I'm afraid they're here.
My dear, take the money and hide. I'm afraid I'm going to faint.
No fainting for you. Let's go out the back.
Down with the door! In, you dogs! Bones is dead! Only the strength is ever search Bones, and the rest of you search the chest.
Phew, they've been here before us.
Someone's turned the chest and cleared it out.
Is it there? The money is there. Curse the money. This map is what I want.
We don't say it's there, no how.
You there. Is it on Bill?
Bill's been overhauled.
These people at the inn. It's that boy. I should have put his eyes out and broke his arm when I had the chance. Scatter and find them. They couldn't have gone far. Oh, shiver my soul if I had eyes!
There's Israel Hands whistle twice. We got to get on names.
Hans is a coward. Probably jumping at rats in the alleyway.
The mutineers are looking for us, Von Q.
Don't mind him. You have your hands on thousands, you fools. You'd be rich as kings if you could only find the map. Yet you stand there skulking.
Hang it, Pew, we've got the doubloons. Let's go.
Hey, Q, we don't know that Bones had the blasted map.
Let's just take the coin while we have it and stop your squalling.
There wasn't one of you dared face Bones. And I've done it. And I'm blind. And I'm to lose my chance for you, you shrinking lubbers. I'd be a poor blind woman sponging for rum when I'd be riding in a coach like a rich woman.
Oh, Weasel, watch that cane.
Stop that old middle before she breaks the skull. I've been blowing that water whistle, boyos. The magistrate's coming with other men. It's abandoned ship. Johnny, Black Dog, settle. Come back, you drumhead. Come back.
Just then the noise of horses topped their eyes. And 4 or 5 riders came in sight in the and swept at full gallop down the slope.
Look out!
This Q realized forever, utterly bewildered, she turned her wrist and was trampled right under the ears of the coming horses. The mountains trampled her. She collapsed upon her face and moved no more.
Dr. Livesey! Dr. Livesey, in here! What up, lads? Check that body. Jim, are you and your mother all right? We heard the commotion and saw all manner of pirates pouring out of here.
My poor egg! Jim, have you set this place in order?
Doctor, that poor blind beggar was shuffled under your horse.
What happened here? Poor Bones. Dead. Squire Trelawney, cover that body. That's no sight for good company. Dr. Livesey, that was no blind woman. That was the leader of a band of pirates who ransacked her inn. She almost broke my arm and she gave Captain Bones the black spot which killed her dad and then Slow down, Jim, one at a time. Now tell me, what was that band of pirates doing here? What did they want?
Most likely, gold that was in the chest. It looks like they got it, too.
I don't think it was the money they wanted. I think, sir, they wanted this.
That'd be a good reason in there as to why my home and livelihood have been pillaged.
Just a look at this.
Seems here to be a book in a sealed paper.
This thing is as clear as noonday. This is the Black-Hearted Hound's account book. These crosses stand for the ships or towns they sank or plundered with Captain Flint. God help the poor souls that they plundered with Captain Flint.
This account here, a sum of gold into the hundreds of thousands.
And for the other, it's a map. Tall tree, spyglass shoulder, northeast, Skeleton Island, east, southeast, by east, 10 feet.
This must be a map to find the gold in that account book.
Well, that settles it. Let's use this map and secure the ship.
Judging from this account book, and with favorable winds, we shall have all the money to eat with, to roll in, to play games with forever.
Then that settles it. Tomorrow, Squire, you start for Bristol. Find the best ship and the choicest crew in all of England. I'll be the ship's doctor.
Jim shall come as cabin boy. It's going to be a great time.
It's hardly proper for a child to come aboard ship.
And it's hardly proper for me not to knock you senseless. But I'm not above doing it.
There are only 2 people I'm afraid of. One is you, Mrs. Hawkins, when you get in a rage. Mrs. Hawkins, Squire shall be my assistant, and Jim shall come as lead cabin boy.
Well, who's the other person you're afraid of? Name the dog, sir.
You, for you cannot hold your tongue. For you're not the only people who know of this paper. These fellows who attacked the inn tonight. They are bold, desperate blades, to be sure. We must speak of this to no one.
Ah, Doctor, you are always in right of it. We shall be as silent as the grave.
Well, that settles it. Let us set on its secure ship.
ready for this. So the weeks passed on to one fine day, there came a letter addressed to Dr. Livesey. Dear Dr. Livesey,
The ship is bought and fitted. She lies at an anchor, ready for sea. 200 tons of ship. And its name, the Hispaniola. It was the hiring of the crew that troubled me. I was having trouble gathering the men. To the very stroke of fortune brought me to the very man that I required. Long John Silver, he's old. I was standing on the dock, and by the merest of accident, I fell in talks with him.
Ah, good squire. I keep a humble public house here in Bristol, I do. And it is a modest place committed to the rest and recuperation of sailors, needing a well home-cooked meal and a decent bed to rest their heads.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it don't. It's the shore, the land. Making me sick. I've been away too long from the sea. I thought by coming down here to the docks and smelling the healing salt of it, I would help raise my spirits.
Don't say.
I lost me leg in service to our dear old Britain, serving crown and country. I served under the immortal Captain Hawke, but sadly, it got me no pension. Me, lost a leg for our dear old Grand Nation.
What? No pension? Imagine it's a abominable age we live in.
Now, squire, I was only doing my duty. Only I could get back to sea. Maybe I could be home again.
I was monstrously touched, and so would you have been. And out of pure pity, I engaged him on spot to be the ship's cook. And you see, Doctor, I thought I had only found a cook, but it was an entire crew. Long John got a couple of me his full soft survey. He showed me in a moment that they were just the sort of freshwater swabs we needed for an adventure of importance.
Now, to tell you the truth, from the very first mention of Long John and Squire's letter, I'd taken a fear in my mind that he might prove to be the very one-legged sailor whom I'd watched for so long. But when I came aboard the ship, one look at the man before me was enough to tell me he wasn't a scurvy buccaneer like Blind King and others I had seen. Mrs. Silver, sir?
Yes, lad. Oh, seems you are our new cabin boy. Pleased I am to see you, lad. Look at you, boy. Gather round, lads. Take a fine look at this seafaring sailor. Now this is the kind of sailor we be needing more of. You're the exact brave, bold soul who could be captain of his very own ship.
You think so, sir?
Indeed I do. Now, you're a smart lad, you are. I see that when I set my eyes on you. Ah, I can see by your clothes that you are the esteemed Dr. Livesey, sir.
Indeed I am. And you must be the ship's new cook, Long John Silver, am I correct?
Aye, sir. I've been feeling the pull of the sea, and I'm very grateful Captain Smollett has brought me on board. I just got back from speaking with her, sir. She's looking to speak with you. Jim can come with me. I'll show you where to stow your gear.
Let Jim stay. I want him to meet the captain.
Very well, sir.
Smollett. All is well, I hope.
All shipshape and seaworthy?
Well, sir, I'm a plain-speaking woman, even at the risk of offending someone. I don't like this job, I don't like the sailors, and I don't like information being kept from me. That's short and sweet.
Perhaps, sir, you don't like the ship.
She seems a clever craft.
And perhaps, sir, you don't like your ship.
Settle down, Squire. No need to start a fight. Let's hear the captain out. Why don't you like this cruise, sir?
I was hired to sail this ship where you bid me. So far, so good. But now I find that every man on board knows more than I do. I don't call that fair now, do you?
No, I don't.
I learned we're going after treasure. Heard it from the hired crew. Well, I don't like treasure voyages. I don't like them above all when begging your pardon, Squire, the secrets are being told to a parrot.
Whose parrot?
Silver's parrot. There's been too much about it already.
Well, I haven't told anyone. I swear it.
All the sailors know it.
Must have been the doctor or Hawkins.
It doesn't matter much who told.
The crew knows this is a treasure voyage. Well, I don't trust them, sir. I would think I should have the choosing of my own crew.
Do you fear a mutiny, sir?
No captain would go to sea at all if they thought there was to be a mutiny. There could be certain sailors on board. Maybe all of them for what I know. I just ask that you take certain precautions and do things my way. Now, excuse me, we have to cast off.
That tongue of humbug. I declare her conduct unmanly and unsailorly.
She speaks her mind honestly. I don't like that, Captain. Long John Silver would make a better one than her. Now, Jim, Captain Smollett is in charge. You must trust in her and follow her.
stowed in their place, anchors brought up. Soon the sails began to fill with wind, and the land passed by, and the Hispaniola had begun her voyage to the Isle of Treasure. I am not going to relate that voyage in detail. The ship was a good ship, the crew were capable sailors, and the captain thoroughly understood the business. As the voyage got underway,
Come away, Hawkins.
I began spending more time with Long John Silver.
Have a yard with John.
He often invited me to join him in the galley, which he kept as clean as a new pin.
Nobody more welcome than yourself. You're a smart lad, you are. I see that when I set my eyes on you.
He often told me stories of his many voyages and introduced me to his parrot.
This here is Captain Flint. I call it my parrot, Captain Flint. A famous buccaneer. The good captain here has predicted success to our voyage, weren't you, Captain?
Peace away, peace away, peace away.
The good captain here has been on voyages all over the world. Has seen more gold coins than either of us could count.
Peace away, peace away.
That bird is maybe 200 years old. They live forever, Goose.
The squire
And
Captain Smollett.
We're still on pretty bad terms with one another.
Squire made no bones about the matter. He despised the captain.
The captain, when she spoke, was sharp and short and dry, and not a word wasted.
She admitted that he seemed to have been wrong about the crew, and that some of the sailors were good and all had behaved fairly well.
Gather round, crew, gather round!
Move quickly, you bilge rats!
By my computation, this is the last stretch of our outward voyage. Sometime today, maybe noon tomorrow, we'll have reached our charted end point. We'll be going ashore on a nearby island.
Oh,
Yeah!
the land ahead?
I have, Captain. I was a cook on a trading ship that stopped here once. Skeleton Island, it's called.
Thank you. I'll ask for your help later. You all may go.
Now, just after sundown, when all my work was over and I was on my way to bed, it occurred to me that I should like an apple.
Not I. Flint was captain, and I was quartermaster. I was on the same ship. I lost me leg. Pew lost his deadlights.
Ah, it was the best I could.
Piece of eight, piece of eight.
Not you, Captain. He was talking about the real Captain Flint.
Hey, he was fierce too.
Aye, he was. So were his men. And do you know where they are now? Well, most of them are on board here.
Here's what I want to know, Sylvan. How long are we going to stand off?
Well, nobody more welcome for you to join us in this plan. Hey, you're a smart lad, you are. I see that when I set my eyes on you. Now, Israel, you may not be that bright, but your ears are big enough. Listen here. You'll keep toe sober till I give the word. When I do, you'll strike. Many were feared of Pew. Some were feared of Flint. But both, you and Flint, you ain't feared of me.
I hear you, Silver, but when?
You want to know when? Fine. I'll tell you when. The last moment I can manage, and that's when. I tell you I'm not a boasting man. Here's this squire and doctor with a map. I don't know where it is, do I? No more than you do. We wait and we make others do our work for us.
Silver, you mean to have the squire and the captain find treasure and help us to get it aboard?
Aye. And then we'll force Captain Smollett to navigate us halfway back home before I strike.
Why not take him out small right now?
We can steer a course, but who's to set one?
But I want to take him out now.
Think. How many ships I've seen sunk. How many brave sailors I've seen meet the executioner. All for this same hurry, hurry, and hurry. We wait. Patient.
When do we leave before? What do we need to do with them anyhow?
What do you think?
We leave them ashore and maroon them on an island?
That would be England's way. Dead men don't bite.
That would have been Flint's way.
Aye. But this time, it's serious. I give my vote. Death!
Only let me plan one thing. I claim the squire. I'll wring that calf's head off his body with these hands.
For now, wait is what I say, but when the time comes, do what you want.
I used to not like old John Captain, but his talk has made me change my mind. Here's my hand on it.
Here's to Flint. Here's to ourselves. Here's to plenty of prizes and plenty of treasures.
The little scene that I had overheard was the last act of one of the most honest sailors, perhaps one of the last left aboard. The moon had risen, and just as its light fell on me, the voice of the lookout shouted,
Land ho!
And once they were off deck, I ran out of hiding and came to tell you.
Well, Captain, you're right and I was wrong. I'm a fool and I wait on your orders.
No more a fool than I, squire. I never heard of a crew that meant to mutiny than an observant captain could stop it and see the signs beforehand.
Captain, it seems Silver laid the plan. He's a very remarkable man.
He looked remarkable hanging from a yardarm.
I see 3 or 4 points here. 1, we must go on. If we turn around now, the crew would rise at once. 2nd, we have time, at least until the treasure is found. 3rd, there must be some faithful sailors on board.
I'll wager that Hunter and Tom have thrown in with those pirates.
Counting our servants and ourselves here, there are at least 6 of us. 7 counting Jim here.
We need to know who else might be on our side.
Jim here can help with that.
I promise to do all I can, sir. But,
Speak freely, son.
well, sir, if I may be honest, I feel quite desperate. I'm small. Well, I'm not able to fight well.
Jim, you have something better than might. You're clever and honorable, and all the men trust you. You need to be our eyes and ears. Slip in with Silver's group, and let us know if you overhear anything.
Hawkins, I have great faith in you. We must all be brave in the face of this. Maybe when we get to the island, we can slip on shore and get away from Silver. I need you to be my eyes and ears.
The good squire and I will stay aboard and try to gather up all the weapons that we can, and keep from Silver's men overtaking any too soon.
Enter!
Ah, yes, Captain. It was, me and the men. We're wondering when we, might be going ashore.
I don't see a better time than now. Tell the sailors to ready the boats. Jim, why don't you go with Silver here and lend him a hand? I could use your eyes.
But Captain...
Ah, Jim, don't be scared of the island. Oh, John here will be sure to keep you safe. Aye, boy.
All right. So right now we're gonna take a brief 10-minute intermission, and we'll come back with Act 2, which is roughly about 25 minutes. All right? All right.
Are y'all ready for more? Yeah! All right. Everyone knows that we will be using fake weapons in this act, fake guns and swords and knives. No one's actually getting hurt. You don't need to worry about your children. And Act 2 is beginning. Enjoy.
As we set off to Skeleton Island, I realized I'd be alone on the island with Long John and his men. There's the cold. I tried to curl up and hide in the back of the boat. Once we made it ashore, I jumped up and out of the boat, swung myself out, and ran into the nearest city, while Silver and his men were still 100 yards behind.
Jim! Jim!
I ran until I could run no longer. I was so pleased at having given the slip to Long John that I began to enjoy myself and look around me with some interest on the strange land that I was in. I had crossed a marsh full of willows, bulrushes, and odd outlandish swampy trees. I was enjoying exploring the island on my own. All at once there was a bustle amongst the trees.
Lad, because I think good of you that I'm giving you this warning.
But Silver, I want no part of this. Isn't there a way?
Lad, you're a smart one, you are. I see that when I set my eyes on you. That's why I'm here giving you a choice. You cannot make nor mend this. It's time you save your neck and stand with us.
Silver, you've been a mate of mine for a long time, but I'd rather lose my hand than betray the captain.
That's your choice, then.
Silver, you've been a mate of mine for a long time, but you're a mate of mine no more. If I die like a dog, I'll die in my duty.
You fish-bellied land lover.
Bloody me!
Who are you?
Are you real?
Are you real? Who are you?
Gun. Ben Gun. You might have to have a piece of cheese about you, do ya? What do you call yourself, sir?
Jim.
Well, Jim, sir, many's the long night I've dreamt of cheese. toasted mostly, and woke again here on this island. 3 years, but it was luck that put me here. I'm rich.
3 years? Were you shipwrecked?
Marooned 3 years ago, but it was luck that put me here. I'm rich! Rich, 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 rich! I can make you rich too. You were the first that found me. I've been living on berries and oysters since then, but mate, my heart is sore for some cheese. Oh, cheese!
If ever I can get you aboard again, you'll have all the cheese you want, I promise.
Why now, who's to hinder you, Jim, sir? Why? That ain't Flint's ship any out of the bay, is it?
Flint's ship? No, it's not Flint's ship. Flint is dead. But Flint's men are aboard and are plotting to take over.
Not a man with one leg?
Silver?
Ah, Silver! That was his name.
He's the ringleader. He plans on killing the captain and crew once he gets the treasure buried here.
You're all in a close pitch, ain't you, Jim? Will you just put your trust in Ben Gunn? Ben Gunn will do it. You wouldn't think it likely that your captain would help give passage home to Ben Gunn, would you?
I'm sure she would. The captain's honorable, and besides, if we were to get rid of the others, we shall want you to help sail us home.
Well, I'll tell you what. I were on his ship when he buried the treasure by himself. He was ashore nigh on a week, and us waiting for him on Flint's ship, the Walrus. How he done it, not a man aboard us could make it out. Bones, he was the mate. Long John was the quartermaster. Blind Pew was the deckhand. They asked him where he buried the treasure. Oh, says he, you can go ashore and find it for yourself. Well, I was on a different ship with the same men except Bones 3 years back. Scallywag, said I, let's land and find Flint's treasure. 12 days we was looking for it, and each day they had the worst word for me, until one morning they went aboard the ship, dragged me off, and left me stranded on the island. Laughing, they said, we aren't heartless gun. Here's a rifle, a spade, and a pickaxe. You can go ashore and find it for yourself.
How will I get back aboard the ship?
Oh, that's a problem for sure, Jim. Well, there's my boat. I made it with my own 2 hands. I keep her under a white rock hidden under a cove. There's your friends ashore.
What's coming from the bed?
It's likely the mutineers. Sounds like there's been fighting.
I need to run and join my friends.
Wait. When Ben Gunn is needed, you know where to find her. Right where you found her today, and you'll say this. Ben Gunn has reasons of her own.
You have a plan? Shall I tell the captain or the doctor you're to be found where I found you? May I go?
When Ben Gunn is wanted, you know where to find her.
Stop running, you cowards! Stand and fight!
Cowards! You and your men attacked us as soon as Silver was off the ship.
Silver was wrong to wait. All we got was more thrashing from the captain. Why put off the inevitable? Besides, Hans got the fun of clubbing the captain over the head.
You've got the best of a few, you.
Once I'm done with the good doctor, I'll finish knocking your brains out.
Well done, Jim. We're right to trust in you, lad.
I ran away from Silver as soon as we got ashore. I heard the commotion aboard the ship and I came running.
Those dogs attacked us and took the captain hostage. I guess they got anxious and didn't trust in Silver's plan.
Got the captain, Jim.
The good squire and I managed to get away, but they all came running straight after us.
Who's left aboard the ship?
As we were, Hans led the attack. From the number of them out hunting for us, Hans may be the only one left aboard.
I know what you would hide.
Did you find the stockade?
Better. I met an old sailor who was marooned here. Her name is Ben Gunn. Follow this trail to a marshy tract full of willows and oddly shaped trees. Ben is wild looking, but she is harmless. When you find her, say this. Ben Gunn has reasons of her own.
Can we trust her, Jim?
I think so. She was kind to me, and she wants to be free of this island. Plus, she has a plan that may help us.
Where are you going, Jim?
Ben told me of a boat she built. I have a plan that may give us a leg up on Silver and the mutineers.
Jim, come with us. We can hide until they are gone.
I don't mean to disobey an order, Doctor, but I have a plan to help.
And I ran before Dr. Livesey could convince me otherwise, and I lost my nerve. I was a fool. Certainly I was going to do a foolish, overboard act, but I was determined to do it. I found Ben's tiny boat and cast off towards the Hispaniola. As darkness fell, a cold fog rolled in. It gave me enough cover to carry out my plan without being seen. Luckily, the tide carried me right outside the anchor cable. My plan was to cut its anchor ropes. The ship would be cast adrift and possibly run aground. The pirates would be trapped on the island. That could give our side some measure of advantage.
Hawkins. One of your allies thought he could take the ship from me. He was wrong. Water, please.
Are you much hurt?
If that doctor was aboard, I'd be right enough in a couple of turns, but I don't have no manner of luck. As for that swab, he's good and dead, he is. And where might you have come from?
I've come to take possession of this ship, and you will refer to me as your captain until further notice.
God save the king. This here's an unlucky ship, this Hispaniola, Jim. There's been a power of man killed since you enacted the ship to Bristol. I've never seen such dirty luck. Give me some water, boy. Hardly strength enough in that water was likely to be my last, or for my long haul.
Don't take another step, Mr. Hans.
No one's taken this ship from me. Dead men don't fight, Hawkins. Your powder's too wet, lad. I'll tell you what, I wanted the squire's head, but I'll tell you yours instead. Where's that brave sailor, Hawkins?
I was now alone upon the ship. The tide had just turned. I calmed myself and speedily doused the jibs and brought them tumbling to the deck. The man's sail was a harder matter. At last I got my knife and cut it down. All night I was, with great difficulty, able to guide the ship into a hidden cove, away from where the mutineers knew it would be. The schooner was as clear at last from the buccaneers, and ready for our own men to board and get to sea again. In this moment of calm, I was haunted by the thought of Hans attacking me and falling overboard. When I saw her, a fish or two whipped past her body. She was dead enough and drowned. Now that I've saved the ship, I thought I'd try to free Captain Smollett from where Silver and his men kept her hostage. I stumbled into the dark across the island and patiently drew her near the stockade.
Pieces of eight, pieces of eight, pieces of eight.
Who goes? Well, Jim Hawkins. Shiver me timbers. Welcome, lad. What brought you in here?
I want you to free the captain. If you have honor, you will not keep her as a hostage. Take me instead.
Oh, lad, you have bravery. I admire that. You remind me of myself when I was young and handsome. The captain is gone, lad.
You killed her?
No, we traded her. Ah, yes, the good doctor yesterday came by yesterday. Well, he says, let's bargain. We bargained, and here we are. They got the captain, and I got the map.
Peace of eight, peace of eight. And now I'm in your hands and you have me as hostage?
I say nothing as to your being in our hands. I never seen good come out of threatening. You're free to return back to the captain if you please. Or you could stay with us in the treasure. No one's pressing you. Take your bearings. None of us won't hurry you.
What do you offer this bride a choice for?
You best stand aside, my friend. Mr. Hawkins.
Is that all?
That is all.
And now I am to choose?
And now you are to choose.
Well, I am not so much a fool, but I know what I have to live for. I've seen too many die since I fell in with you. But I have a thing or two to tell you. The ship is lost. It was I who cut her cable, and it was I who brought her, so you'll never see her again. Not one of you. So even if you find the treasure, you have no way of getting home. I no more fear you than I fear a fly.
Oh, bring your neck, you little bug.
Kill me if you please. If you spare me and act with honor, I will try to save you from the gallows when you tried for piracy.
Avast there! Who do you think you are, Bilge? Maybe you thought you were captain here, perhaps.
You! Right.
I stood hasten long enough by Captain Spellett, I'll be hanged if I be hazed by you, Silver.
Did any of you want to have it out with me? Well, him who wants it shall get it. I'll take a cutlass to those who dare, and show him the color of his insides.
Let's Long John.
The rat deserves to have his neck cut.
I like Jim Hawkins now. He's a brave boy. He's more a man than any of you rats in this here crew. Well, have you something to say? Well, pipe up and let's hear it.
Thank your pardon, sir. This crew don't like bullying of any kind no longer. We have rights, like other crews.
For Castle Council, we claim our right to step outside for a council.
Now look here, Hawkins. Half a plague of death is worse than torture. But I stick by you through thick and thin. I didn't mean to, not until you said you would save us from the gallows of cause. You're a brave boy. I admire that. I said to myself, John, you stick by Hawkins, and Hawkins will stick by you.
You mean all's lost?
Aye, by gum I do. Ship gone, neck gone, that's the size of it. Lots are outright fools. They struck too soon once I was off. But I'll save your life, so be I can. Tit for tat. You'll save Long John from swinging on the gallows pole when you get back to England.
What I can do, that I will do, sir.
It's a bargain. Ah, Hawkins. We could have done some power of good together. I shouldn't have wondered. Step up there. I won't eat ya. Hand it over, lubber. The black spots. Say, where'd you get the paper? Why, hello, this is no good. You've gone and cut this from a Bible. What fool's cut a Bible?
Lay all that talk. This crew is giving you the black spot in full council.
Just turn it over and see what's wrote.
Thank you, Johnny. You was always brisk for business and know the rules by heart, I'm pleased to see. Ousted. Is that it, is it?
Arr, that means you ain't our captain no more.
Well, Dirk, very pretty roads. Why, you were getting to be quite a lead man in this your crew. You should be captain next, I shouldn't wonder.
You don't fool this crew no more. You're over now.
We made a hash of our voyage.
I made a hash of this cruise, did I? Well, who struck too soon once I was off? Who crossed me?
You blame us, Silver.
Well, who done it? Why, it was Black Dog and Hans and you, Tugby. All of you. You have the Davy Jones insolence to give me the black spot.
It seems that bumbling sank all of us.
Ah, Jim is right. You fools sank the lot of us.
Shut your gob, or I'll wait for myself.
Now, captured ship.
Yes, you can use me to bargain your way to freedom if you are caught.
And we'll see who's happy to have a hostage if it ever comes to that.
We had a hostage. You and the captain gave her up.
This brat ain't no good to us.
Silver gave up the captain in exchange for the one thing you all need. The reason you are all here?
The map!
Survey.
You ain't got the brains of a cockroach!
You lot lost him the ship, but he got the map to the treasure. And I'm his hostage now, and I might be able to help you get back to the ship.
No, Jim, no. Don't help this lot of thunderheads. After all I've done for you, and this is the thanks I get.
Shame on you. Think of all he's done for you rats.
Do nothing for you lots, no more.
Maybe you should tear up the map as well.
Good idea, Hawkins. I resign my thunder!
Wait.
Maybe we was wrong.
Oh, elect whom you please to be captain. I'm done!
No, wait! Living goodness. I elect Silver the captain!
Silver!
All right. Let's let bygones be bygones. But what about this black spot? Why, it's useless now. Here, Chip. Here's a curiosity for you.
Well, we got our map, we got our captain, and our hostage. Let's find this treasure.
Chip, you saved my life and I saved yours. I won't forget this.
That was the end of the night's business, but I was hardly calm. All I could think about was my perilous position and the remarkable game that I saw Silver now engaged upon, keeping the mutineers together with one hand and then grasping with the other after every means possible and impossible to make peace and save his miserable life. Shouting and leaping to and fro. The sun started to set as we followed the map and searched.
Tall tree.
Spyglass shoulder. Bearing a point to north, northeast, Skeleton Island, south, southeast, east, 10 feet.
Now, I've taken a notion into my own numbskull that this here skeleton is the compass. Look, there's the tip-top point of Skeleton Island, sticking out like a tooth. Take a bearing along the line of them bones, boy.
The body points straight in the direction of the island, and the compass reads east, southeast, and by east.
If it don't make you feel cold inside to think of Flint. This is one of his jokes, make no mistake.
I see 3 tall trees, and there's a spyglass shoulder.
The treasure is this way, baby. Huzzah! All together.
We broke into a dead run. The force was a great excavation. One of the boards had the name Walrus, the name of Flint's ship branded on it. The treasure had been found, and the treasure had been lost. It was already dug up. Thousands of pieces of gold were gone.
Where is it?
Who got here before us?
Here, Hawkins. Take this and stand watch for trouble.
2 guineas.
That's your 7,000 gold pieces? That's it!
You're one for bargaining, ain't you?
You're one that never broke nothing, ain't you?
Take away, lovers. You should find some pig nuts, I shouldn't wonder.
Pig nuts! Ladies, do you hear that? I say he's been the one who set this up all along.
Black Dog. Trying to be captain again, aren't you? You're a pushing lad to be sure.
Ladies, I say these two brought us all together and blundered this whole journey. That old sad liar in the cover I need to have the heart of. Now, maybe.
Stand down, couple quick lads!
Dr. Leipzig.
Let them run! They're armed and there's nowhere to go.
Thank you, Dr. Livesey, for saving me and Jim just in the nick.
We've been following you and those mutineers all day. Ben Gunn here set this all up.
Ah, Ben Gunn. You're a sight for sore eyes. Pleased I am to see you.
Ben Gunn I am. How do, Mr. Silver?
But Captain, I thought you were injured.
The doctor and Mr. Gunn here were able to tend to my wounds before he and the squad traded me for the map.
You're a real hero, Jim. We found Ben Gunn just where you said she would be. She had the idea of trading the map for the captain. After we got the captain, Ben Gunn led us to you, and we followed you in those 2 years.
I told you I had a plan, Jim, sir.
Mr. Gunn knew that the map was useless, and in long wanderings about the island, she had found the treasure.
I carried it on my back through many weary long journeys to a cave I was living in.
And you should have seen that cave, Jim. Gold, gold, and more gold.
I told you I'd make you rich, and I shall. You helped Ben Gunn.
John Silver? You're a prodigious villain. A monstrous imposter. I'll have you severely punished. Hanged, I'd say!
Captain, let Silver go. He saved my life, and, well, I promised I'd do the same to him. He's been a villain, but one with some honor.
Jim, you were the one with honor. I'm told I'm not to prosecute you. Well, then I won't. Just know that the dead men hang around your neck like millstones.
Thank you kindly, Jim, for standing by me. I said it before, but we could have done a power of good together.
Was a supper we had that night with all my friends around me. It was a feast. The next morning we fell early to work to transport a disgraced mass of gold to the Hispaniola. The 3 fellows still abroad upon island did not greatly trouble us. We kept close watch for them as we worked. We sailed for home, a great store of treasure within our home.
I couldn't wait to see Mother and tell her of our adventures and show her our portion of the treasure.
As for Silver, he planned a daring escape. Out at sea in the dead of night, he had cut through one of the trunks and stole one of the sacks of coin, with maybe 300 or 400 pieces of gold in it. Then he took one of the smaller boats and was never seen again.
That formidable seafaring man with one leg was at last gone clean out of my life, the life that he helped save. I hope he has found some comfort in the rest of his life. I never want to see the shores of Treasure Island again. Sometimes when I hear the surf booming, I can still hear the sharp voice of Captain Flint calling out, "Pieces of 8, pieces of 8."
That concludes this very complicated story of Treasure Island. So go home and look it up if you have any questions. But I want to recognize the students before we go on. I want to call out any sophomores. I think we might have 1 or 2 sophomore students. Can you come out and be recognized, please? Oh, really? Okay, it's just juniors and seniors then. I wanted to be sure. Can we get the juniors out, please, to be recognized? give that bow in appreciation to these patrons, just recognizing the audience. Ready? One more time. Here we go. Thank you, ladies.